name is PixelAndy, and I'm in the CTWC top 8.
PixelAndy is going to be making it to the top 8.
I have been playing Tetris for a year and 3 months. I first found out about the CTWC actually in 2019, whenever the 2018 finals came up into my recommended. My proudest achievement in NES Tetris is probably my DAS 1.2, just because, you know, that's really hard to do. A lot of people have TAP 1.2s, but DAS 1.2s, there's only like 5 people. So I think that shows that, you know, I can be a good stacker, because it doesn't matter how fast that you are. It just matters how good you can stack and the burns that you take and just not go too aggressive, because survival is one of the most important things in Tetris.
Andy's gonna take game number 4, is that?
Yeah, Andy moves on to the finals.
I'm going up against Alan in the top 8. Everybody in the top 8 are hyper tappers, but I actually use DAS on 18, and I know that Broden Damp also does do that. So I think it's cool that I'm going against an opponent who really plays like me.
Eric is gonna top out, and Andy is good. Just like that. The first seed is out in round 1.
Winning the whole thing would be absolutely amazing, just because there's so many good players like Dog and Joseph. Dog playing Tetris is my brother. Facing my brother in the finals would actually be really intense for me. I actually don't get nerves whenever I play my brother, just because we've played a lot of times, but you know, he's really good. If I lose to him, I won't be surprised, but if I win against him, you know, one person's gonna have the bragging rights though. You know, all I want to say is just watch out for December 6th.
My name is Alan, and I am in the top 8 for CTWC 2020.
Alan says game 4 is a no more. He has moved on to the top 8.
I've been playing for almost 2.5 years now. I first heard about NES Tetris from a school friend who showed me the 2016 Boom Tetris for Jeff video. And I'm going to be honest, NES Tetris looked really slow and easy, so I decided to give it a try. Let's just say it was difficult.
What an RNG disaster that was on the left side. That's Tetris for you. GG's, Alan.
We'll see Alan again. His Tetris career is just beginning.
2 things you need to be a great classic Tetris player. Number 1 is perseverance. You gotta stick with it. You might have an off day or an off week, but if you stick with it, persevere, you're gonna get through it.
And Alan is your Masters event champion.
The second thing you need is self-reflection. If you go wrong, you gotta know what happened. You gotta analyze your past play and see where you went wrong so you can improve in the future.
Tetris ready for Alan, and boom, Tetris for Alan max out.
The achievement in NES Tetris that I'm most proud of achieving is my 1.3 million score, which to this day, around 10 people have achieved so far. So I'm really proud of that. What's unique about my playing style, at least according to some prominent community members, is that I play really consistent, and I think that will help me in the main event. Winning the whole tournament to me would mean that an upset occurred. But if I do win, I'd be really proud of myself and what I've done.
And look at that, Alan's going on level 30 right now. Look at him go.
To everyone I know personally watching at home, I know you all have very different motives for watching. So the only thing I'll say is, I hope you get what you came for.
Yeah, and you know, one of the fascinating things about Andy's story, you heard him kind of talk about this. He uses DAS up until level 19 because he said that when he and Dog used to play each other, again, they're brothers, that they felt like it was kind of neat that they were DAS versus hyper tapping, but he said eventually he couldn't beat Dog anymore, so he switched to hyper tapping. Things get the appreciation, but as you said, here comes the match.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Tetris, Andy versus Alan.
Here we go. And starting off here, very, like you said, it looks calm. It looks very doable. But honestly, level 18 is a very difficult thing to learn to get good at first. Mm-hmm. It looks like it's like a walk in the park, but it's really not.
Andy firing the first Tetris, Alan. He was looking for a tuck. Piece didn't come, so he bails and opts to cover his well, and he's going to go dirty with this one. Boom, Tetris for Alan.
Nice.
And it stacks clean again, just like that.
Yep. And he's Tetris ready again. And there it is. Boom Tetris for Alan. So he is at 53% Tetris rate right now. As you can see right now, 92% Tetris rate for PixelAndy. Again, as we mentioned, the brother of Dog, older brother. And boom Tetris for Andy to maintain a 95% Tetris rate right now for him. Of course, it's still early.
Yep, still early on. See if neither player has done anything too crazy yet, so.
Yeah. Well, we have a situation here where PixelAndy needs to clear out that column 4. So there we go. That's the perfect piece to do that. Andy then, he missed the tuck. And you can see this kind of look on his face like, how in the world did I miss that tuck? I have done that 7,000 bazillion times, and I can't believe I missed it that time. So he's going to get a Tetris here, but now he's got to clear out that column 2 gap.
Yeah, slowed him down just a little bit, but they're still just neck and neck. I mean, they're clearing singles here and there, keeping their stacks neat, doing maintenance, and playing responsibly. So we could see them push each other pretty far if they play this safe and this consistently going on forward.
But as a result, that has given Alan the lead right now. You can see he's got a 20,000 point lead, just a single Tetris lead. And the Tetris rates, however, Alan's has gone all the way up to 76%. Andy's down a little bit to 69% right now.
Yeah, Andy definitely doing more burns here, covering up as well with that.
Yeah, and just had that one missed tuck.
He's going to go aggressive. No, he's going to go take the double and burn it down.
Yep. Burn it down. Burn it all down. There we go. He's through there. And boom, Tetris for Andy.
Tetris for Andy, yeah. So he took a couple of burns there, and that's going to allow Alan to extend that lead now. 305,000 points to Andy's 251. So 54,000 point difference right now.
And a boom Tetris for Alan here to keep building that lead up to 77,000, but then a boom Tetris from Andy, bringing it back to 54. And yeah, you can see right now, Alan bringing his Tetris rate all the way up to 84% right now. Since that start, he's been playing so clean.
Yeah, it's a super clean stack, and he hasn't been playing super aggressive, but the Tetris rate speaks for itself. Just really good stacking and foresight there from the burns that we're seeing from Alan. There's just, a single here and there, but no big digging or anything. Another boom Tetris for Alan there, maintaining his lead, 55,000 points at 421,000 points to Andy's 365.
Yeah, and Alan's still on that 84% Tetris rate. Like I said, 60% max out pace, and you see somebody at 71% and they're behind. That is the level of Tetris that we have right now. Like I said, max outs a long time ago were basically considered like you get a max out, you're pretty much good to go. But nowadays, you've got to do so much more than just maxing out.
Yeah, I mean, the future is definitely surviving past 29 and getting those extra burns and setting up center wells, to be prepared for scoring higher and.
Eric getting to level 38, that's the record right now. I mean, you got to imagine, 4 years ago or so, if you said that maybe someone could get to a level 39, a human could get to level 39, you would have just been like, whatever. But here it's happening now. It's a reality.
So Alan's maintaining his lead, 539k to Andy's 504, 35,000 points ahead. So about Tetris and change ahead now. Transition's going to come about 15 to 18 lines here. So we'll see if that changes the complexion of the match. It's been pretty much consistent, like 50,000 point lead for Alan for a while now.
Yeah, and the way Alan plays, it's very safe, I gotta say.
Safe and methodic and not high, nothing too risky.
And yet he's still sitting here maintaining an 83% Tetris rate. That's amazing. And I keep saying this, and PixelAndy with a 74% Tetris rate. He's down by
really doing well here. Max out paces for both. Alan transitions, and so does Andy. Level 19 speeds now. Let's see if this changes the complexion of the match. Some players, turn on the heat, or sometimes they have to play safer once the speed change happens.
Like, how are you at 75% Tetris rate at transition, and you're down by 50,000 points? Now down by 30,000, but still, that's amazing.
Alan might have misshifted there, so let's see how he deals with that. He's got fired.
Problem. Okay, he can save himself here if he can somehow clear off that left side. The pieces are not
navigate.
Coming in his favor. Okay,
he's not able to get it over, and he tops out. And and he just needed a Tetris and change. He made the first part of it there, and he's going to be able to clear it with the next Tetris here. And there
the victory for Andy in game number 1.
Boom,
there you go.
Andy takes the first game, and that was a escalating rough situation that Alan just couldn't dig out of. So the speed change playing a factor here.
This is happens to me whenever I'm so used to modern Tetris. I try to hold out for certain pieces, and when I do that, I just end up killing myself all the time. And because when you don't get that piece, it snowballs to the point where you are just absolutely decimated. And so survival is so key, and that's what these players are so good at. And you see right there, a start, boom Tetris for both players, both of them at 100%, and are both going to stay that way on their second Tetrises.
One pushdown point from Alan.
You're right. Alan with the 1 point lead. If any game ever comes down to 1 point, that is going to be crazy. We had 2,300 already just now.
Yeah, that with Nanu thinking he lost. So every point counts. Never give up.
All right, a little bit of digging for Alan here. He's fine. He's opened the well up, but he's down to a 44%, up to 54% now. We saw how he was able to bring up his Tetris rate really well in the last game. Unfortunately, just topped out after transition. So let's see what he can do here. Oh, here's the drought. Gotta burn. Yep, there you go.
Take the triple.
And now both players burning a little bit here.
And Andy jumping into a lead now. 42,000 points up with 148,000 points versus 106 for Alan. Alan firing back with that, but Andy's right back there with it.
Yep, the simul Tetris putting Andy back into the lead of 41,000 points. And boom Tetris for both of them again. Simul Tetris. They're scoring Tetris is on the same IP.
Same line bar. Yeah, that's a part of the dynamic of having same piece sets. Is oftentimes they'll go Tetris at the same time, and it's a matter of who optimizes better and who's ready for it in order to score.
And here we go. A little bit of cleanup work needed to be done by Andy. No problem. Boom Tetris for Andy.
Yeah, widening that lead up 61,000 points at 242 versus 181 for Alan.
And now getting a little bit wider here, but again, on the same line bar, getting that Tetris. And here we go again. Oh, interesting. This time, PixelAndy did not get the Tetris on that line bar that Alan got. And here we go.
Yeah, both players are playing relatively safe and really consistently in 18. So really where we'll see the difference and the determining moves and outcomes is post-19 play here.
Yeah, it's really interesting. After having watched so many games of players playing aggressive and such, or just playing with high stacks, I should say. It's very interesting to see this kind of change of pace right now from these two players. And again, for Sam and Nanu, I honestly don't think that they were both being aggressive players. I just feel like that's kind of what the pieces gave them to force them to play high. Right now, the RNG has been pretty kind to both of these players.
I haven't seen anything too crazy for droughts either.
Yeah, but knock on wood right there. We're probably going to commentators curse them into it. go. Yep.
Yeah, Andy's lead has grown. 82,000 points now at 406,000 points to Alan's 324. So Alan's gonna have to. He might actually have to become aggressive to catch up. Now he's down 100,000 points. Even though he's ready for 2 Tetrises, when the line bars come, he will be able to Tetris with them.
And now we see a situation where Alan's kind of has to accept a triple over here on the side. And so now he might be able to go for a dirty Tetris. Let's see if he decides to go for it. No, he's not going. Oh, he is. There it is. Nicely done. Banked on having 2 eyepieces pretty quickly, and it paid off for him. Ugh. And then just gets a bevy of J pieces. J piece, J piece, J piece. 4 of them in a burst.
So yeah, we're past the 100 blind mark. Andy with some holes in his stack now, so...
Oh, that was nicely done.
Yeah, very nicely done. Almost not inconsequential. Having those holes there now. Andy just right back in it, hitting more Tetrises now. And maintaining that 80, 90.
He has the 77% Tetris rate. Alan right now with a 65% Tetris rate. Again, both of them at max out pace. But the crazy thing is, like, you're behind at 64% Tetris rate. It's crazy the kind of things that you have to do here. I know I keep saying that over and over again, but it's just, as someone who plays a lot of Tetris and watches a lot of Tetris, it's crazy to see, based off of the history of what we've seen, to see a 60% Tetris rate be down by 100,000 points.
Okay, Andy's transition now, level 19 speeds. Misdrops something, so he's got like this unsightly hole in his stack, so let's see if he deals with that. Alan transitioning to not the prettiest playfield. So now we've got both players seeing if they can survive this sort of awkward transition state. But Andy with a huge lead at 616,000 points, up 80,000 points over Alan's 536.
Oh, man. Andy's navigation of those pieces was phenomenal, and he's dug himself out. However, he still has the L and the J requirement, the necessity. And he's going to burn through that. Is he going to try to get down into that? Yep, there it is. Got down to row 1.
Again, and Alan's still burning down. And Andy just jumping into a huge lead now. 656,000 points versus Alan's 558. And up by about 95,000 points now. So Alan's got a bit of catching up to do. He's finally clean again. So yeah, Alan was in a bit of a dig. So even though he was behind, he wasn't able to... catch up one bit during that time, and now he's behind by 120,000 points.
And they're still at level 22, so I think Alan can still play aggressive. Remember last time in the Nenu game, I was talking about probably not being able to catch up in points, time to play a little bit safe and hope your opponent tops out. I don't think that Alan is at that point yet, because they're still at level 23, so they still got a little bit to go here.
A little bit of time. And no matter what, survival. Ooh. Okay. Alan misshifted that. He's going to have to clean that out. Probably going to take a couple of long bars.
Which are not showing up. We've got a drought here, ladies and gentlemen. 2021, 22.
Andy's dangerously high now. So Andy's going to have to do some gymnastics to burn this down, and he hangs the eye. Alan now in a chase down situation needs 814,000 points to take this game from Andy. So Alan now level 26 has a little bit of time. He needs about 2.5 Tetrises to do this.
Yep, he can do it if the long bar actually shows up. But another 20-piece drought causing him problems. Okay, he's gonna try to burn.
Is the score he needs.
He's trying to burn back to the left, to the right side over there.
Yeah, he's trying to get into a safe position to score those Tetrises.
60,000 point deficit.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to line it out, so he has to actually make the Tetrises. There's one. Boom, Tetris for Alan.
More.
And one more.
Uno mas.
And then he's got the right pieces. There it is. Boom, Tetris for Alan.
Alan, and there he goes. Takes the lead, takes game number 2 over PixelAndy. So again, this is just round number 1 of the top 8 here. Both players are ready to go. PixelAndy, Dog's older brother, trying to see if he can set up an all-brother finals here. But Alan right now, striking back in game number 2, tying it up 1-1. Game number 3, countdown.
Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
All right.
But what an even match. Just seeing these two styles like are so similar in how clean they play and how effectively they do those skims.
All right. Tetris for Alan, and there you go. Tetris for Andy. But yeah,
So
Andy's
1 point lead.
but he's had to do a little bit of burning now. So Alan's sitting on the 100% Tetris rate right now, but again, that'll change pretty quickly. Like right there, needs to do that burn, but he gets another Tetris, so 92% rate now. And Andy, the players are basically neck and neck at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Yep. Boom, Tetris for Andy and Tetris for Alan. Simul Tetrises to keep the necks close. Boom, Tetris for both again. Simul Tetris. They are playing at the exact same pace and getting the Tetrises at the exact same time.
Yeah, their style is so similar.
Boom.
Just consistently doing minimal burns, keeping on high score pace. So that it'll be interesting to see how that fares against more aggressive and more style oriented play styles like Dog and Nenu, doing those crazy tucks and maneuvers.
Go, boom, right there. All right, we've got a hang situation here now for Andy, but oh wow,
there's just setup for tucks.
Yep.
Just I was talking about not seeing anything fancy, he goes and does some tucks to be wrong. But
fancy,
deal with what they give.
All right, but he needs an eyepiece now. Actually, no, he's just gonna take he's gonna drop the bars down in there just to create a little bit of a hole. He's gotten through there. Interesting decision on that S piece to place it against the wall like that. But it worked out for him, although that means his Tetris rate is going to drop down to 76%. Alan, meanwhile, with an 86% Tetris rate.
Really, it's just Alan's about a Tetris ahead now. At 283,000 points to Andy's 259. And now Alan has some gaps. This will be a chance for Andy to catch up.
He was holding out for the piece to tuck in there, never got that piece, so he's had to now start some burning over here.
And that slight dig phase from Alan evens everything up now.
Okay. And gotta cover that gap over here. Kind of an unfortunate situation for Andy here. Again, he's not in any danger of topping out or anything like that. It's just, losing the opportunity to get some Tetrises. But he's going to get it there. Boom, Tetris, Simul Tetris.
Yeah,
literal Simul Tetris. Again, boom.
At the same time.
Boom, boom, aye. Here we go.
They're the same piece is dropping at the same time, and their scores are neck and neck. So it's as close as it gets on every front. Okay, but Alan having to cover up as well there, so now they're gonna see some separation.
Okay, and boom, Tetris for they're still kind of back and forth on the Tetrises.
Yeah, in that case, Alan had just burned just a few more lines, so he's behind by half a Tetris. Very close game though. Alan 387 to Andy 404.
Yeah.
This is the closest match we've played today.
Right now. At this point, Oh god, that's unfortunate when you get back-to-back line bars and can't use either of them for the Tetris because he had just blocked the well. But look at these Tetris rates, 74 and 72% Tetris rates right there. Boom, boom, there you go. Once again, back-to-back.
Yeah, and they're both just playing so clean and just utilizing the long bars in such a way that their scores are maximized. I mean, they're max out pace like so early on here. They're about to hit 500k.
Alright, and there you go. Again, basically simul Tetrises. They're scoring Tetrises on the same eyepieces that they're getting. Yep,
And yeah, just a neck and neck tug of war here. And usually he'll just change sides whenever the other has to do a skim.
And there you
first
go.
headline
Boom,
from
boom.
So
Man.
we'll start seeing interesting things happen when level 19 hits. We're just a couple of Tetrises away from that.
Yep. 130 lines. Yeah, I know it's odd that, you get to level 19 at 130 lines when you start at 18. That's just how it works. And why do players start at this level? Because this is how they can build up the leads, basically. And that's why they start at this level instead of starting directly at level 19.
And Alan goes into transition first, followed by Andy. Both playfields in pretty good shape going in there. Andy scoring another Tetris, and we are super neck and neck.
Yeah, 2,000 point difference right now. Man, this is about as close as you can get.
Yep. Very evenly matched here.
Oh, perfect O piece. That's exactly what he needed, but he needs something to drop in there again. There we go. And boom, Tetris for Andy. Okay. 22,000 point difference still.
2,000. Yeah.
2,200. My bad.
And yeah, just a matter of them both getting the long bar. This is going to go back and forth, and whoever misdrops or is forced to do burns is going to decide it. Alan playing dangerous and hangs, and just like that, Alan tops out, and Andy takes the game.
Yeah, PixelAndy already with the lead there, and yeah, there you go. Takes that. Oh man, I almost thought we were gonna get like another one of those less than 5,000 point differential games here. 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. Tetris. So match point situation here. Advantage of Andy here. So Alan needs to win this game to stay in it.
All right.
Alan with that consistent 1 pushdown point.
Hey man, with the way these games have been going, I think that's probably a pretty decent strategy. You never know. You never know. All right. Doing a little burn over there, and then boom, Tetris for Alan. An unfortunate situation for Andy. Didn't get that Tetris off of that long bar because he had just blocked the well. So let's see what he decides to do here for cleaning. You can see a little bit of that head shake there, frustrated because now that the well's open, hey, guess what? We're in a drought. There it is, the line bar, boom, Tetris for Andy, and can't get another Tetris right there.
Yeah, so Alan just slightly ahead now, up by half a Tetris at 116,000 points to Andy's 100,000 points.
Yeah. But gonna need to do some cleaning there. You can see that little mess over there. Actually, can he go for a dirty Tetris? If he can get the long bar, he definitely can get the dirty Tetris. And there it is. Boom! Tetris for Alan. And the O piece perfectly to set him. Oops, never mind. Ooh, I might have commentators cursed him right there because he's got himself into a little bit of a bad spot here. It's going to be a dig
both
out.
Players are now digging, so we'll see a slowdown in score. We'll see who comes out with less dust covering them from this dig. And Alan gets out pretty fast.
Yeah, but that left side is pretty high up now.
Yeah, he's playing really high, but he manages to clear it off, and boom, Tetris for Alan, and Andy made one too. So
And the great pieces right there for Alan to fill out all those little gaps over there works out great for him. And Andy accomplishing very similar results here.
Mm-hmm.
Playing safe by dropping that Z piece onto the right side over there. Okay.
Yeah, Alan starting to build his lead here, now up 57,000 points at 264,000 points versus Andy's 206.
Yep, so
the
Alan
other
definitely...
games, the other games were closer. This one's finally kind of having a bit more either aggression or optimization on Alan's side. So now Alan's going to have to do some digging since he's covered as well. So Andy will probably be able to catch up with this.
Yep. Needs a requirement of a lot of L or J pieces there, does Alan. But he's cleared out there and actually boom Tetris for Alan. And so he's still in the lead, but not by much, just by one Tetris essentially. And set himself a tuck on the backside over there. If he can, there's the piece. Oh no, actually, yeah, that's smart.
Yeah. Oh man, Alan, playing aggressive, he kept his well open and then covered it, and then long bar came, so he wasn't able to take advantage of it. He has to take a double, but then Tetris is there, and we are neck and neck.
Yeah, and that Tetris, little sigh of relief right there from Alan. You can see after he got his board stable again, and there you go. Now a perfectly clean board for Alan, except he had to drop that piece in an awkward position. Oh, that was nice burn right there from Alan.
And we're back into a very close game here. Just 1,900 point difference, so they're really just scoring the Tetrises when the long bar comes, and they'll probably be trading for a bit. Alan is not Tetris ready though, but now he is.
Not quite yet. Oh, Andy is not Tetris ready right now, but there it is. Boom Tetris for Andy, and boom, and boom, boom, boom. All over the place. It's Fireworks City over here.
Yeah. And as we cross the 100 line threshold, we are neck and neck.
Yeah, these matches have been ridiculously close. Only 2,600 separating them? Man.
Yeah, even after those digs, it's just a testament to how similar their efficiency is.
This is crazy right now. Alan, though, with just a little bit of a lead. He's got a one Tetris lead right now. Oh, nicely done with that tuck from Alan. But now, no more long bars. Oh, there it is. I love it. The chest pat.
So Andy's up there, and we're headed towards transition. So let's see if he can burn that down, get safe. He's okay. He opens his well.
If
this is not the time you want a drought.
If he can get a long bar in there, the transition will be much cleaner.
Yeah, just in time. And same for Alan. He transitions with the Tetris and level 19 speed. And as we saw in the previous matches, things can go either way from here.
Oh boy. Okay. Interesting stacking from Andy, but it worked out really, really well. Again, really intelligently done. And boom, Tetris for Andy. Alan here, going for a dirty triple. Needs something to drop in there. There's the eyepiece, and now he needs either an L or a J. Gave up chasing that. And, oh man, there's some unfortunate RNG for Alan's stack in particular. Stuck with a lot of L and J requirements. Gets a triple over there.
Yeah, you have to take the triple. So that's going to be Andy's chance to pull away and score just a bit. Now up by 50,000 points at 693,000 to Alan 641. Ooh, Alan hanging the high bar, but able to recover.
Yeah, I think like Daz, I don't think would have been able to get that far fast enough.
Yeah, but he's got some dependencies. that he's going to have to clear. Okay, he gets what he needed to clear that out, and he's back.
Nicely done. You can see right now, up by 50,000 points is Andy over Alan. That's 7-3-2 versus, now 7-1-0 of Alan's.
So yeah, just a Tetris apart. So yeah, Alan's in striking distance, and now Andy. Andy doing a high, dirty Tetris to score, even in that position.
Yeah, but
that could be key.
O-piece causing Andy a little bit of problems there. Andy's got to dig a little bit.
But Andy did another clutch Tetris, jumping into the lead. But then Alan firing back. Now it's a 20,000 point difference. Andy at 803, Alan at 778.
And a level 26 dirty Tetris from Andy. Gonna keep him in that lead right now, but it's only a 1 Tetris lead.
Yeah, this is super close. Andy with another Tetris. Alan's built up for it, so when long bars come, he'll get it. Boom, Tetris for Alan.
All right. Alan trying to dig through here. He's going to have to spend some time digging. Acting
the long bar. Taking some triples.
There we go. I'm glad that he wasn't playing any more aggressive than he ended up playing. I feel like it would have caused his demise had he tried to go for a little bit too much. And look at that, a dirty Tetris for Alan.
Yeah, Alan reducing the deficit. 902. We're headed towards max out here. Alan at 902, Andy at 956, and now Alan within 1 Tetris away. They're both headed towards kill screen here. That 227, 228 lines. Alan building the center well. He's having to burn it though, and boom, Tetris for Alan. It's not enough though. He needs another 20,000 points. He's gonna have to do post 29 play. Let's see what he can do. And he's gonna give that up. And with the max out, Andy takes this game and the match.
Wow, Andy just playing on fire there. Just kept it going here.
He's still going.
He's still gonna keep going. Let's see how far he can go. I don't know what the record for highest level at a CTWC of, the main event is. But here we go. He's still going at level 32. Remember, he started as a dad. He learned hyper tapping afterwards, thanks to his brother Dog pushing him in that direction. He's still going.
9 clears. Holy cow. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh, he gets another line.
32. 1 away from a 33.
1 away from getting level 33 for Andy. What the heck, man? These players, they are pushing each other so much right now. I'm seriously at a loss for words. I mean, superlative, outstanding, amazing, wonderful, unprecedented, miraculous, whatever hyperbole word you can come up with. You can use them all to describe this right now because it is absolutely just the highest level of Tetris we've seen at a CTWC top 8 thus far.
And Alan just played spectacularly there. You could see him setting up the center well to score beyond level 29 if need be. So that was a very intelligent play, and it pushed Andy. And Andy just kept playing and playing and playing. So you're seeing that requirement for some post 29 play because that getting to level 32, new challengers, if you want to have a chance at becoming world champion, that's the level of play we're at. And Andy's demonstrating it right now.
It's so crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe the level of play that you have to be at right now to be able to try to win round 1 of top 8.
Yeah, we're still in the first
finals. But again, look, this is not it looks hard, but it's much harder than it looks. And you can find out yourself if you actually grab yourself a copy of Tetris Effect Connected. Remember that this game has gotten an upgrade. So Tetris Effect now with a bunch of new modes added a bunch of multiplayer. Tetris Effect, when it first came out, had no multiplayer modes, but it has all been added now. So you get the opportunity to play connected mode multiplayer. You get to play zone versus, and then of course they've added the Classic Tetris versus mode as well that emulates NES Tetris as much as possible. I mean, that we have this put into a version of Tetris, modern version of Tetris, to have classic mode is so awesome.
And having involvement from our community. One of our legends, Green Tea, was involved in the development of that, and we want to actually show some of this game that a tournament that we ran yesterday, and a great match between Blink, which is one of our veterans for our modern Tetris side tournaments, up against Green Tea, that happened just yesterday using Tetris Effect Connected Zone Battle Mode. So let's check out that video.
When you were born, something changed. My heart could not contain the miracle of this world.